Oh, so hey guys. So this YouTube video that I'm doing is kind of different from the YouTube videos that I usually am doing because I'm actually taking a break from doing my Diary of Olympic Kid versus the Secret of Long Sears Tower parody, Secret of Long Sears Tower series, and the Willis and Long Sears Tower's Willis Tower renovation. So in this video I'm actually talking about why I wrote my Skyscraper Nursery Rhymes. Like, if you probably were watching my channel, like the videos on my channel for quite a while now, you probably saw that I posted a video, I think it was last year I posted it. It was a video titled Willis Tower Down by the Station, and then I posted Willis Tower Song version 2, and then I posted Willis Tower Down by the Station version 3, and then I posted Building on Michigan Avenue. So those are the songs that I kind of posted, and I actually call them Skyscraper Nursery Rhymes Parodies. And I actually been writing these parodies for a very, very long time, and you probably don't know that yet. So I'm actually going to be explaining in this video why I wrote Skyscraper Nursery Rhymes Parodies. So number one on how I started writing Skyscraper Nursery Rhyme Parodies is how did I get into nursery rhymes. So how I actually got into watching nursery rhymes is actually from one of the days, this was 3 years ago. One time I was staying awake past my bedtime, it was 9 or 10 o'clock, and I saw my mom watching these videos by CoComelon, and I actually was watching her as she was doing it. And then I had to run away and hide so my mom wouldn't find out that I was staying awake past my bedtime. And I kind of got really interested in that. So the next day I started watching the CoComelon videos on my iPad the next day, watching the CoComelon nursery rhymes. And one of my favorite nursery rhymes by CoComelon that I kind of liked probably have to be the nap time song, just because I liked it. I mean, you're probably wondering why some 10-year-old kid is watching nursery rhymes. It's only because my curiosity kind of got me into it. So then so I started watching these nursery rhymes a lot, and I discovered a lot of the class, and I kind of discovered more of the classic nursery rhymes that are kind of just very well known. And I've seen a lot of parodies of the classic nursery rhymes recently. So now I'm going to go on to number 2 on why I started writing Skyscraper Nursery Rhymes parodies. So how I started writing Skyscraper Nursery Rhymes parodies is back in 2021. I actually was seeing a lot of advertisements everywhere when I was in Chicago for the Sky Deck, and I was nagging my parents to take me to the Sky Deck. I was going, and I was saying something could you get tickets for the Sky Deck, blah 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 blah, something like that. So I got really interested into the Willis Tower, and I started liking the Sears Tower a lot after that, and that's kind of what started my tower collection of over 50 towers. That's kind of what started it. So I kind of was going on the internet, and I was trying to find nursery rhymes about skyscrapers, about the Willis Tower. I was trying to find nursery rhymes about skyscrapers, and I have found nursery rhymes on YouTube Kids about New York and the Empire State Building. In this one video that I saw on YouTube Kids, I might post the link to it in the description, probably, if I even can remember what the video was called. So this video was by a YouTube channel called Choo Choo TV, and in the video these guys were going to New York City. These elementary school kids were going to New York City for a field trip, and they brought money with them so they could buy souvenirs, kind of like a thing that I would do in the city of Chicago, whenever I would go to Chicago. So what they were doing is they bought a bunch of souvenirs from the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, and some other areas. They did go to the Empire State Building in that video, and that was really cool. The only reason I even liked the Empire State Building is I was watching this YouTube video about people who survived impossible ways, and in one part of the video, they were talking about how this elevator operator called Betty Lou Oliver survived an elevator fall 80 floors from the Empire State Building, and that actually what got me into liking the Empire State Building a lot. So that's it. So like in the video, like I'm going back, so I'm kind of getting off topic. So in that video I saw these guys were like, they decided to take lunch break in a park. They decided to take lunch break in Central Park and have fun. And as they were doing that, the guy who was driving the bus was standing outside his bus, and he went to go get a bite to eat because he was hungry and it was hot outside. So like and then these bad people wearing like striped clothing and wearing like a weird beanie covering their head, they grabbed a crowbar and broke into the bus and stole all the kids' souvenirs. And then the kids had to go like find the thieves and like get the souvenirs back. So that's actually from this cartoon YouTube channel called Choo Choo TV, and it's really cool. It's actually a really cool video if I can even find the link to it. So like in another video I saw it's by the same channel, Choo Choo TV. They did a parody of the nursery rhyme Wheels on the Bus, and it was called Wheels on the Bus New York City Edition. And then they did another one called Wheels on the Bus Jungle Safari Edition, and another one called Wheels on the Bus London City Edition. And I wrote my own parody of it called Wheels on the Bus Chicago City Edition, and it's about like a bus driving around Chicago and like all the attractions and all the landmarks that are being pointed out. I actually am probably meaning to sing it sometime on my YouTube channel, but I might do that another time. I started writing these Skyscraper Nursery Rhymes when I was in the 5th grade. And the first ever song that popped into my head to write a parody of was the song called Deck the Halls. And so I changed the lyrics up a bit, and instead of the lyrics going, deck the halls with balls of holly, fa la 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 la, instead of that classic Christmas song lyrics going like that, it goes, deck the Sears Tower with balls of holly, la 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 la. It goes like that. So that's kind of the first song that I started writing. And then I wrote another song called the Sky Deck song that goes, let's go to the Willis Tower, the Willis Tower, the Willis Tower. Let's go to the Willis Tower, Sky Deck in Chicago. And then I wrote Willis Tower down by the station, which goes, let's go to the Willis Tower, skyscraper from Chicago. A tall skyscraper, 110 stories. Willis Tower used to be called Sears Tower until the name was changed to Willis in 2009. Like that one as well. And then I wrote like Building on Michigan Avenue, which is like the first one that I posted. So this is pretty cool. Also, I'm now going to give you guys some examples of parodies of nursery rhymes that I've seen of YouTube kids, that I've seen on YouTube before I started writing parodies. So one of the parodies I saw on YouTube Kids was a parody of Do You Know the Muffin Man? And it was about riding on an airplane, and it was about like flying on a plane. So it's by this YouTube channel called Little Angel, and the video was posted like 6 or 7 years ago, which is a while ago. And like it's a parody of Do You Know the Muffin Man. And then I saw another parody that was a parody of the song Itsy Bitsy Spider, and that one was by Choo Choo TV as well. And that one was about like getting a boob, it was basically called the Boo Boo song, parody of Itsy Bitsy Spider. That's like what the parody was of. And then Choo Choo TV also did another one about a Boo Boo song that's a toys edition, about like toys breaking. And then there's another parody of a song called Bingo that goes, there was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name, oh B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name, oh. That's like another parody I saw as well, and it's a parody. I saw this parody in 5th grade. Like one of the days in 5th grade, it was St. Patrick's Day, and they were playing like a video that was a parody of Bingo. It's like about a color that represents St. Patrick's Day, and it goes G-R-E-E-N, 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 and green is that color. I actually wrote a parody of that song, which is about the Sears Tower. And another parody I saw that's about Do You Know the Muffin Man, it was by Little Angel as well. It's called Do You Know the Policeman? And it's like basically Do You Know the Muffin Man, but you replace the Muffin Man with a policeman. So like that's the video. Also after this, I'm probably going to be singing a new nursery rhyme on this channel, which I'm not going to be singing at a shopping mall. I'm going to be singing it right here. And it's a parody of 5 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed. It's called Elevator Operators Jumping on the Bed. It's actually very similar to 5 Little Monkeys Jumping on the Bed, but I replaced monkeys with elevator operators. It's pretty cool. So I'm probably going to be writing it pretty soon. So, and see you guys later.